Hello, welcome to um, my resilience yoga flow class. It's a slow flow, and thank you for coming. If you don't have your stuff collected, because I do post what you need blocks, probably just one, maybe two, a blanket or two, a bolster, maybe a chair if you need a chair for balance, and a strap. Oh, I forgot to bring my strap. We're going to do something with the strap when we get into laying on the mat, my favorite place to be during yoga. So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to read about my affirmation word of the day and for this class. And you're welcome to use it for today, the week, the month, the year, if you really like it. Maybe just bring it back after you have another one. Resilience. Take what comes in your stride and let your energy rebound. Build positive momentum, elasticity, and endurance. Show up with equanimity regardless of what is going on. So just be ready, be resilient, and go from there. I'm going to go ahead and grab my strap out, and I will start my timer, and then we are ready to go. So this gives you a couple of minutes to get your stuff in case you forgot something like I did. And we're going to begin standing in Tadasana for our warm-ups today. Start that. Okay. So with all my timers, my glasses over here. Let's go ahead and start with our warm-ups. I may do a couple more things with the lighting and see what's going to work best. We'll see. I think this is pretty good, but let me try one more light. I think that's better. It's really bright in my eye, but I think you can see me better. Here we go. Warm-ups for Tadasana. Let's first of all just center ourselves on our mat and close your eyes down. Think about why you're joining the class today. Hopefully it's because you want to get better. This class is also geared for our focus is weight loss, is strength, and flexibility always comes with yoga. And we're going to do an alternate nostril breathing, which can actually almost immediately bring calmness to yourself if you have anxiety or stress. And we all know that when we have anxiety and stress, we tend to eat more and gain weight. So hopefully this class will take care of all of that. Go ahead and open your eyes and let's take a nice deep breath. Bend your knees, arms up. Feels good. Can't see the tip of my hands. All right. And exhale that down. One more deep breath. Inhale up. I'm just kind of doing a little side sway for warming up. We're going to do a real nice side stretch, which actually helps to open up your respiratory and stretch all the side when we do our triangle pose later. Let's bring our arms up and do some arm circles just to warm up those joints in our shoulders because we're going to be doing some down dog and holding our plank. We're going to go for 30 seconds today. A couple of those reverse. So we want to have those shoulders warmed up like we should. And then just bend your hands down so that you look like a scarecrow. Warm up those elbow joints. Just flapping them up and down. We're going to do a goddess pose. So get these ready for goddess pose. And just circle and reverse that. And then bring that to stillness. And let's roll our shoulders up and back. Just go nothing back. Anytime we're in Tadasana pose, just make sure that you are standing up nice and straight, head over shoulders, not like hunched forward, because we're wanting to actually build strength in that spine for a nice straight posture. And holding in our Uddiyana bandhas, our stomach muscles, so we're exercising our abs. And let's do a little hula hoop, just to get the hips loosened. Does help a little bit on the knees too. Let your knees flow with the hula hoop. Don't hold them stiff or you'll hurt your knees. It also does a little bit of twist or turning in the ankles too. Got to be fluid in your movements, like Elvis. Come on, let's do some Elvis moves. Be limber. I tell you, those dancers like Elvis and Michael Jackson, their bodies move in incredible ways. Okay, we've done the hips. Let's do the knees. So this is where your chair might come in handy. I'm going to try it without the chair today. And just rotate your knee in one direction and the other. And then bring that to stillness. Walk your legs out. Raise the left knee up. Rotate. 2, 3, and reverse. 1, 2, 3, and lay that down. Walk your legs out. When I'm walking my legs out, you see my heels are coming up. So I'm really getting some nice flexion in the feet and stretching. And let's come up on our toes and down, up and down. Let's try to hold it for 10 seconds here. Up, hold it, really squeeze those toes into the mat. We're really strengthening our toes and our feet. Oh, almost went down and down. Woo! I'm gonna have to bring my chair up here. Shake it out. Let's rotate our wrist just to get them ready for plank and down dog and tabletop because we're going to be using our wrists. So let's flip them up and back, up and back. I could come up here when I'm doing these. Up, back, and rotate, 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 rotate. Other way, rotate, rotate. I'm going to lift this up just a little so maybe you can see my hands when I go back. Let's do our neck. So we're going to take our chin, point it down, but not all the way. Don't try to stretch it to your neck. Just point it down. And just go side to side, right, center, left, center, right, center, left, center. We're going to take our hands and give our neck a gentle massage. I hope you can see. I can't see, but I hope I'm down low enough. And maybe roll your neck back a little bit. So you can't roll your neck back too far if you've got your fingers back here because it stops it, but it sure does feel good to really roll it back into those fingertips. Get our necks worked out. Oh, that's my favorite thing is to work my neck out. It feels so good. And now we have our hands on the back of our necks, our elbows out, and we're just going to bring them in, which then should give you a nice stretch through here. So let's do this. 1, and really squeeze back so that you're trying to pinch your shoulder blades back together. So you've got those really going back far, and then in, kind of pinching the upper back out. 1 more. Oh, that feels so good. Scrunch in and back. Woo, and bring those arms down. We're going to do a few more toe exercises, which really helps if you have any kind of plantar fasciitis. We want to get your feet where they can walk, so you can walk. If you're wanting to lose weight, walk that weight off. Walking is one of the best ways to go to that goal, along with yoga and weights. All of those are great things for weight loss. So let's take our 4 toes, crunch them in to the mat, and raise up the big toe only. I don't know if you can see that. I think you can. If you were on a big TV, you could. And then bring the big toe down and crunch the other toes up. Press the big toe down. Bring the other toes up. Press the other toes down. Bring the big toes up. And the more you do this, the more flexible your toes will become. Press the big toe down. Bring the other toes up. Now we're going to try to lay the little toe. We're going to bring up the big toe, all the toes up. We're going to try to lay the little toe down next to it, middle toe, second toe, and big toe. Now we're going to try to raise the big toe up, second toe up. This is where I lose it. Third toe, oh, I did it. Third toe up, fourth toe up, and all toes up. And the little toe on my left foot drags because that's the one I broke. It's not connected correctly anymore. It's really sad how it always hangs down. But I'm going to keep trying to move it, even though it probably isn't attached to that muscle or ligament anymore that does that. Let's bring all the toes up and spread them as far apart as you can. It's strange how that one kind of has a mind of its own. And then crunch your toes into like you're crunching your fingers so the toes are underneath. And then spread them out and lay them on the mat flat and press them into the mat. Now just try to raise your arch up without putting pressure on your toes. It's kind of a mind thing. You're not going to see much happening, but this is working those isometrically areas. It's working the areas isometrically for your plantar fasciitis support, or your plantar support if you have plantar fasciitis. I'm just trying to bring my arch up. It's a very subtle movement. I can see my feet working. I'm trying not to crunch my toes. Ooh, that's hard. And just walk it out. Okay, here we go. We're going to start the Resilient Yoga Flow class. I'm going to start by doing sun salutation. So I'm going to come up closer to the top of my mat. I have a big wide mat, so it's 4 foot by 6 foot. If you're thinking, why is her mat so wide? That's why. It's really comfortable. I love it. It's called a gorilla mat. And it's not one I'd want to haul around if I'm going to a yoga class, but at home, you can't beat it. Here we go. Inhale up. Pause at the top. On your next exhale, go forward. And this is the time, if you want your block, I'm going to get mine over here, to raise the floor up. Just because I don't want to overstretch at the beginning. I'll probably get rid of this on our second or third round. But this does help to stretch those hamstrings out slowly. Inhale halfway up. Exhale down. Walk back into plank. Inhale into down dog. I'm just going slow. I'm doing slow flow. I know a lot of people do sun salutation really fast, but I try to gear my classes more for people who are maybe recovering, injury, senior citizens, beginners. Roll back over into plank. Inhale in the down dog. Walk your feet forward. In a forward fold again. Inhale and exhale. Inhale halfway up. Exhale, bending your knees. And inhale all the way up. Now we're going to go through, and this time we're going to do a 15-second plank. And then our third round, we're going to go for the 30-second because we're building strength, remember. Building muscle helps to reduce weight, because when you're building muscle, then the fat has to go away. So there we go. Inhale up. Exhale over. I'm going to do my block this time. Forward fold. Inhale halfway up. Get ready for our 15-second plank. Exhale down. Walk your feet back into plank. And we're going to hold it. There's 5. Hold it. Keep your stomachs nice and tight. 10, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Down dog. Let's walk our dog out. Take a minute here for that. Inhale. Exhale, walk your feet forward. Bend your knees generously. Inhale halfway up. Exhale down. Inhale all the way up. Now for our 30-second plank. Exhale down, forward fold. Inhale halfway up. Exhale down. Walk your feet back into plank. And here we go. If you have to come out of it, just go into child's pose, halfway there. 15 more seconds, you can do it. 10 more seconds. Hold your stomachs in tight. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Down dog. Walk your dog out. Bring both feet to rest. Inhale the knee to the chest. Exhale it back straight up. Point and flex. Point and flex. If you need to come down onto your elbows because your wrists are hurting, you can do that, or you can really squeeze your fingertips, our toes around, reverse. Inhale that foot back down. Come down for a short break into child's pose. Anytime you need to come out of the poses that we're doing at this point, just come into child's pose and rest your head on the mat. And catch up with us later, or join us when you feel ready. If you want to rotate your wrist for a moment. Inhale, curl your toes under. Back into your down dog. Inhale, knee to chest. Exhale, foot straight up to the ceiling. Point and flex. Point and flex. Point and flex. Rotate to the right. 2, 3. Reverse. 1, 2, 3. Inhale that foot back down. Walk your feet to the hands. Bend your knees generously. Inhale halfway up. Exhale down. Bend your knees. Inhale all the way up. Excellent. Whew. Take a little side stretch up here in Tadasana. Exhale, arms down. Moving on to our next pose, which is standing in wide-legged Tadasana. So get your feet wider than your hips. And you might have to play around with it. We're going to go into our goddess pose. We're going to be holding these for 30 seconds. We're going to do 2, maybe 3. We'll see. Inhale up and exhale, squat. Really get a good position. Your feet need to be out at a little 45-degree angle, knees over ankles, not over toes. Arms up. I'm just going to hold it for 30 seconds. Really building strength in those quads, tightening your glutes, working on your core, get your core nice and tight, working on the arm, shoulder strength. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And inhale up. Whew. Side stretch. I like to take my opposite hand, like my right hand grabs my left, and I stretch my left hand to the right. And my left hand grabs my right and stretches my right hand over to the left. Really nice side stretches. Exhale down. Inhale up into goddess pose. And here, we're going to do 30 seconds. And take your mind off of the distress in your quads and your thighs and your glutes. Let's lift up the left foot heel, the right heel, left heel, right heel, left heel, right heel, both heels. Oh, we're almost done. 5, put your heels down. 4, 3, 2, 1, and inhale up. And this time I'm going to do a little mini back bend. So I'm just taking both hands, holding them, and just stretching backwards. That feels good. We'll do a couple of these. And then our last goddess pose. And we'll try for 40 seconds on this one. Maybe we'll do 45. We'll see. And here we go. Inhale up and exhale down. The lower you get, the more you're working those quads. And on this one, we're going to turn to the side, center, left, center, right, center, left, center. Hold it. Arms down and up, down, up. 35 seconds. Woo! Up, down, up. And we're just going to hold it here for 10 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whoo! Yowie! Slap your thighs out. You should have really felt it. We did 45 seconds on that last goddess pose. And after goddess pose, what do I have down? Oh, we're going to take a little break. And we're going to, it's a little break. Before we do the little break, though, we're going to come into our squat pose. So move your feet a little closer together. And I'm standing up nice and straight, see? Shoulders over hips, head over shoulders. And we're going to inhale up and exhale into a squat. You may have to adjust your feet so they're comfortable. You want them not too far apart, but far enough apart that you can take your elbows and rest on your inner leg. We're going to hold squat pose. We've been in it for 5 seconds already. Let's see. There's 15 seconds. Let's go another 15, and then we might go for a 45, one more squat. And this one. This is so good for your digestion, leg strength, course, digestion has a lot to do with weight loss also. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Place your hands on the mat and come down onto your knees and do a child's pose for a little rest. You can have your knees spread apart. We're going to do one more squat. And we'll try to go for 45 seconds in that one. Really building some strength in the legs. Inhale up. Bring your soles of your feet back to the mat. And here we are. And we'll go 45 seconds. And squat, which is a great pose if you need help in the digestive area, if you want to build some strength in those legs. You could also do like some booty raises here, which really adds to it. Kind of also takes your mind off. Let's do about 6 of these. I've done 3, 4, 5, 6. Just come back to rest. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome. You guys did an awesome job. If you did that with me, if you didn't, you still did an awesome job on whatever you did, because we are going to do what is best for our bodies at the time we do it, right? So here we are. We're going to come into a tabletop position. Move my block out of the way. If you need a blanket under your knees, go ahead and get your blanket. We'll be using it. We're going to do a gate pose, and you might want to have it for that. We're just going to be here, have a very cushy mat, and it's on carpet, so it's doubly nice. Into our tabletop pose. Let's do a couple of cat-cows. So inhale up into cat, exhale, cow. We'll do 2 more. Inhale. And hold it up here. Just breathe normally. Inhale. Into cow. And hold it here for a few seconds. Just breathe normally. Really stretching the spine both ways. And inhale up. And hold it, but don't hold your breath. We're just holding the pose to let the muscles and the ligaments surrounding the bone stretch out. And it should feel really nice. Okay, inhale, exhale onto our last cow. Same thing, head comes up, the back is swayed. Hold your belly in though, don't let your belly flop out. Inhale to neutral. And then we're going to take our booty and move it to the right. Look our head to the right into a nice tabletop C curve. Hold it. And exhale through the center. Inhale to the left. Booty left. Head left. Hold it. And just breathe normally. Inhale. Exhale through center. Inhale to the right. Booty right, head right. Exhale center. Inhale left. And hold it. Inhale and exhale, center. Let's get off of our wrist for a moment. I'm going to come into a hero's pose and put this blanket underneath my legs. And I'm just going to rotate my wrist just to kind of give it a little relief. We've got one more thing to do in tabletop, and then we'll be off of our wrist. But it's always good to take a break. I think that when you take breaks from things that are hard or difficult, that helps to build the resilience to come back and do a better job. Well, let's shake that out. And then take the top of your hand and place it on the mat. And just do a gentle stretch here. I'm not putting very much weight, but I'm just rebalancing that wrist pressure. And then bring that up. Come back into your tabletop. We're going to do a moving table, which is doing circles. So we're going to bring the hips to the right, move them to the center, to the left, and then up, right, center, left, come up, right, center, left, come up, and then reverse that. So left, center, right, come up, left, center, right, come up. One more. Left, center, right, and come up. Oh, I did fib. We have one more in here. Forgot about that one. We're going to do bird dog. So we're going to take our right hand and really press those fingertips into the mat to take the pressure off of the wrist. We're going to raise the right leg and the left hand straight out. We're going to hold it. We'll just do 10 seconds here. We're halfway there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Left hand down, right knee down, left foot back, right hand back. Press those left fingertips into the mat, really like you're clawing your way out. Halfway there. 3, 2, 1. Bring that down. One more time. Left hand out, right leg back, and hold it. Just 10 seconds. We're halfway there. Press into the mat. 3, 2, 1. Left hand down, right knee down, right hand up, left foot back, and press the fingertips in. Really takes the pressure off. 3, 2, 1, and bring that to rest. Sit back. Down. I promise that was our last one there. I forgot about bird dog. We can't forget about bird dog. That's a good way to get the whole spine lined up. Do an opposite hand and opposite wrist. So after that comes our gate pose. If you haven't done gate pose, you can watch while I demonstrate. I am going to put this under my knees just for that extra protection. And gate pose is another good strength builder. It's going to stretch our sides out and open up our respiratory. So it's excellent for your respiratory system. We're going to get centered, and then I'm going to put my weight on my left knee, bring my right foot out. I'm going to have to scoot over a little bit. And try to keep your hips centered over to the left or in the middle, not like way over or way to the right, but in the middle here. So my hips are just centered here. And I'm going to inhale my left hand up and stretch over into a nice gate pose. We're going to hold it here for 15 seconds. There's 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And inhale up. Knees back. We're going to do each side twice, but I'm going to alternate. This is a good one to alternate on because it gives the knee a rest. And if you have knee issues and you cannot get on your knees, what you can do is you can just come down the back and you can put both legs up and just come into a big wide V to stretch that groin. So that can be your pose if gate pose isn't in your body because of your knees. Here we go. Now, I'm going to put the weight on my right, bring my left foot out, and it is a little bit at an angle because I want to protect my knee here. If I have it straight, it puts the knee at too much of a torque. So I have a little bit more pressure on the heel of my foot than the flat of my foot, than the toes. Inhale the right arm up. Exhale over. And we're holding it for 15 seconds. We just did 5, 8. Now we've done 10, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale up. Bring that left knee down. I'm going to the other side. Get my center. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale over. 30 seconds. This is a little bit of a balance pose also, so it's good to work on balance. We're halfway there. Breathe nice. I'm doing some nice deep breaths. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale up. And this will be our last gate pose. Unless you want to do some more later on. It's a great pose. Got my left leg out. My right knee under my hip joint. My hip centered. I don't want you going too far one way or the other because that can torque the knee. Inhale the right arm up. Exhale over for 30 seconds. There's 5. And just breathe normally or doing a little bit of extra breathing here. Halfway there. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale up. You should have felt that stretch on your side from down here up to the ribs. I love that pose. That's a great pose. If you're having any kind of respiratory, can help you open it up. It's good for balance, stretching the inner groin. Okay, now we're going to do our warrior 2 and warrior 1, and then our triangle pose. So, to get back up, we're going to transition from tabletop. Put your hands hand width up from tabletop position. Curl your toes under. Inhale up into down dog. Walk your feet forward. Bend your knees generously and inhale all the way up into Tadasana. Here we go. We'll do warrior 1 first. So I'm going to turn and face the short end of my mat. I'm going to step my right leg back so that my hips are staying forward. So I kind of look like a triangle here. And then I'm going to bend my right knee forward. I gotta angle my foot a little bit more. There we go. Inhale my arms up into warrior one. I'm gonna hold this for 30 seconds. Really building strength and stability. This is also a little bit of a balance pose here. Holding in your abdominals. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale your arms down. Inhale the right leg to meet the left. Shake it out. Inhale up. Exhale left leg back. Inhale, bending the right knee over the ankles and arms are coming up. And we're going to hold it 30 seconds. Really concentrating a lot on those quads today. There's 10 seconds. And again, if you need to come out of the pose, maybe you're just very beginner, come on out and just come into a nice Tadasana. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale down, straighten your leg. Inhale your left leg to meet the right. One more time. Inhale up. Exhale the right leg back. Get your balance. Inhale the left knee forward and arms up. Really holding it. And that's when our time starts, when we get into this position. 30 seconds. You could do it. You've done a great job so far. If you're keeping up with me, if you're trying and doing your best, you've done a fantastic job. Even if you have to take a break, beginners need to take those breaks to get the resilience that they need to carry on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale the arms down. Inhale the right leg to meet the left. And let me tell you, legs are shaking too. Inhale up. Exhale the left leg back. Get your best position. Hips are forward. Inhale. Exhale, bending that right knee. Arms are up into your warrior one. Feels good. Feels hurty, but it feels good. It's a good hurt, right? This is our last one. We're almost there. Really. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale the arms down. Inhale the left leg up to meet the right. Shake it out. We've got warrior two. So we're going to start on our traditional Tadasana. We're going to inhale, step the left leg out. Our hips are facing forward. We're going to make the toes of the left foot go towards the short end of the mat, while the toes of the right foot are on the long end of the mat. Inhale and down into warrior two. This time we're facing forward. My hips are slanting a little bit to the left because unless you're super flexible, I can bring mine this way a little bit more, I see. And we're halfway there into a nice strong warrior two, gazing out over our left hand. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Straighten the leg. Bring both feet forward. Bring your legs in, shake it out. And to the left side. I'm going to have to put my clock over here so I can see my time. Ready? Inhale, step the right leg out. Toes toward the short end of the mat on the right leg. Left foot is straight. Hips are straight. Exhale the right knee down, arms up, and gaze over your fingertips into Warrior 2. We started our time. We're 10 seconds in. Really hold in your abdominals, Uddiyana Bandhas. Tighten your glutes. Think about all those things. Grip your toes. We're halfway there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Straighten your leg. Bring that foot forward. Legs in. Shake it out. Let me check my time. We're just going to do one Warrior 2 because I want to do our triangle pose too. So for triangle pose, we're going to face the short end of the mat. We're going to step, I better turn this way. We're going to step our left leg back. So we have the right toes are pointing to the right toes are pointing to the short end of the mat. And the left toes are a little bit of a 45-degree angle. We're standing up nice and tall. We're going to inhale the arms up and over. And here, I should have said you can use your block to hold. I'm not going to go all the way down to the ground. You can if it's in your body. This is where I feel comfortable today. And we're into our Trikonasana triangle pose. I forgot to look at the clock. I'm going to say we're halfway there because I've been talking for at least 15 seconds. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale up and face both feet forward. Come together. Ooh, that felt good. My whole back just went into place, I think. So this is good. I've been building up. I felt like I had some kinks in there, and I think that last triangle pose got it out. Let's see what happens on the other side. Inhale. Exhale the left foot out, and my toes are straight. These right toes are at about a 45-degree angle, but you can see my legs are at a triangle pose. And now we're going to inhale both arms up and exhale left hand to left side of the body and to a nice triangle pose. Try to keep your back straight. My right arm is up straight. In other words, if you're doing this, you're coming over too far. You want to straighten and open that chest, which is good for the respiratory. If this is where you get in your triangle pose, this is perfect. It's all about lining up. I should turn sideways on the next one. And my back is straight. That's why I'm not coming all the way down to the floor. Sometimes I can. Today I can't. And inhale up. And feet forward. One in. Shake your feet out. I'm going to do one this way so you can see the back alignment. And I have room on this big mat, so that's great. So I'm going to inhale my right leg out. My left leg is back here. I want to get it situated so I'm all on the mat. It may not be as wide a stance as I normally would do. It's also a good balance pose. So here I am. You can see my legs are, you can't see the other leg because they're lined up. It doesn't look that way when you're looking at the front of it. I think it looks like one's in front of the other. That's why I want to show you this way. So we're going to, and this leg stay, all legs stay straight here. Inhale, arms up, exhale, right hand over and down. And hopefully, yes, I'm lined up with my back. I'm not turning this way to look like I go further down. You see how that back is straight and in line. There's halfway. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale up. And yeah, my back is really adjusted nicely. I should have demonstrated with the block, so I'll do it for the very last one. And I hope if you needed it, you were using it earlier. So I'm going to step my left leg over to the left side of the mat. And you should be facing the long end of your mat. But to show you the sideways, I have to do it on my shorter end. So I'm going to inhale and exhale my right foot out. Now my legs are lined up again, so you can't see. You can see my left leg, but not the right. And if you're not lined up that way, then you're crooked and you're going to hurt yourself. You're going to hurt something. So make sure that the legs are evenly lined. Inhale and exhale. Left hand over to the right. And if you have your block, you can rest your hand on the block in either the tall, medium, or short position. I have mine on the tall. Feels the best for me today. Tomorrow I may go to medium or model bear position. Today it's Papa Bear. We're halfway there. I'm not forgetting to look. This is such a good stretch. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale up. Walk the legs together. Put my block over here. Your strap handy. And you might want to gather your things for Shavasana closer so you can get to them. And if you're already down on the mat, just stay. If you haven't, we're gonna come down gracefully. Here we go. Inhale up. Exhale over. Hands on the mat. Feet back into down dog. And exhale, coming down into tabletop, where then you can just easily transition over into a seated position. And now my favorite part of any kind of yoga is on the mat, of course. I want to get my jacket. I'll have to put my jacket on for Shavasana for sure. Have your strap handy. Here we go. Lay down into a restorative rest pose. While you're getting settled, I'm going to make a slight adjustment to the camera. I think you can see me better if I do, because I won't be standing up again. Oh yeah, that's much better. Okay, this feels good. Let's just take a moment here. We've had a pretty flowy class. I've moved a little faster. Let's bring both feet flat on the mat into restorative rest pose. And we're going to take a breath in and out, and then inhale the right knee into the chest and exhale it out. One more time. Inhale, exhale, and place that foot down. Inhale the left knee in, exhale, inhale. Really pull it down as far as you can and exhale. If you have trouble with any of these, use your strap. Some people aren't as flexible, and maybe this is it for you. I want your back on the mat. So let's do both knees in, and I'm just going to demonstrate with the strap. Inhale, both knees in, and exhale. Inhale, and exhale. That feels really good. Now we're going to take our knees, and we're going to let both knees fall to the right. Keep your back on the mat and most of your hip. Your hip will come up a little bit, but I don't want you rolling all the way over. We're not doing a side twist. We're doing just a little windshield wiper of the knees to relieve any low back stress. We've done a lot of side stretching and opening of the side muscles. And then just bring that to stillness. And go ahead and get your strap again. If you don't have a strap, if you have like a cloth bathrobe belt that works, or you can do it without. But I've got a big loop, and I've got it around both of my feet, and I'm going to grab it right here and go into a nice child's pose. You can do strap without. You can do child's pose without the strap, but this way it ensures that my back and head are staying on the mat instead of struggling to come up here, because maybe your legs bend like this, and I don't want your head up. We're not doing crunchies. We're just doing a nice, relaxing child's pose. And then we're just going to let that roll side to side gently. And we're going to work up to rolling all the way over. And it's really hard to keep your back in a nice flat position on the mat without rounding your shoulders without the strap when you're doing this side to side roll. And now we're going to roll all the way over so everything comes up and over. Roll all the way over here. Whew, that feels good. And 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and last one on the left. And then we're going to just straighten one foot and lower the other one. Straighten, lower, straighten left, lower right, straighten right, lower left, and bring both feet up into a nice big V. I'm going to take my strap off so I can really get my big V out. Woo! If you want to have a little extra pressure to see what happens on your legs, if they can come out a little bit further, do not push them. I'm just laying my hands, which brings just the right amount of wide-legged V pose. And that is really stretching that inner groin. And then release that. Help your legs back up. And place the feet on the mat. And get ready for Shavasana. I always recommend that you place a bolster or a blanket or pillows or underneath your knees. It's very important. I'm going to grab my timer so I can time it. And I don't feel sleepy today, but sometimes I fall asleep during Shavasana, even if I'm teaching. That's my fear is I'll sleep for a half hour and then I'll wake up and then we'll be like, what? Oh, hopefully that's never happened and hopefully it won't, but I do think about it. So I try to make sure I'm awake and in tune with what's going on. We're going to start our Shavasana with it's called alternate nostril breathing, which I told you at the beginning of the class we were going to do. Putting my jacket on. To stay warm. Oh, I forgot my eye mask. But alternate breathing is, and I'm going to come up to the camera closer. If you can see me, you may be already relaxed and down. I should have done it sooner. You take your middle finger and your thumb, and you take your thumb and you're going to hold your right nostril and you're going to breathe into your left. Then your middle finger is going to close the left and release the right and exhale. Then you're going to inhale right, close, exhale left. Inhale left, close, exhale right. I hope you got it, because that's all the instruction. I'm going to walk you through it. First, I'm going to get my timer reset for Shavasana time. And then that way, we're going to go about 12 minutes. I hope you're all settled in. And we're going to begin the breathing while I'm finishing getting my stuff out. So hold your right nostril, or have your thumb ready to hold the right nostril in a second here. We're going to hold the left nostril with our index finger. Breathe in the right. Release the left. Exhale. Inhale left. Release the right. Hold the left. Inhale right. Hold. Exhale. Inhale left. Hold. Exhale right. Inhale right. Hold. Exhale left. Inhale left. Hold. Exhale. Inhale left. Hold. Exhale left. Inhale left. Hold. Exhale right. Inhale right. Exhale left. Left. And just breathe normally. And think about our word of the day of resilience and how that your body was resilient and recovering and completing the poses. And if you took a break, how much better that it felt to take that break. Always remember that. Your body is your body, and it does best by doing tender, loving care while you're doing any kind of exercise at all. If you need a break, take a break. You'll be better off for it. You'll build up that strength and endurance, and each time will get better and better. It's time to start taking any last minute stretches that you might need. And maybe a little twist. Another deep breath or two. And a couple of deep breaths. Let's go ahead and do a full body stretch before we get up. I had to get up to do my little gong. Put both hands overhead, both feet straight out, and just really stretch. And then turn over onto your right side. It's the side for heart health to get up. And that's the best way to get up for your back. And some of you'll appreciate this. I didn't when I was younger, but now I'm like, oh, I wish I would have done that more often as a habit in my 20s, 30s, 40s, and 50s. As now in my late 60s, almost 70, I should have been practicing that a little more. Then take your top hand, which will be your left hand, and push yourself up nice and slow, bringing your head up last. And you can stay in easy pose. Or if you want to just lay back down and listen, that's okay too. Should have said you could stay down there laying if you want. For our namaste. Sorry about that. I only have 3 people who can get through the do not disturb. And someone forgot and sent a message. I have to talk to them about that. Let's bring our hands together. Bringing warmth, joy, love, and resilience. Pressing that into our heart center. I bow and honor the light in you and ask that you honor the light in others as you go throughout the rest of the day or begin your day tomorrow. Namaste. And also bring that resilience into your day, into your week, and think about what that really means. Remember to show up with open mind, equanimity, regardless of what's going on, and be resilient. Maybe it's a zoo out there and you're like, oh, what's happening? Just think about what can you do to bring calmness and peace and change the way it goes. And then I got this quote from Oprah Winfrey. And it says, one day I'm healing. Next day I'm breaking again. Both days I'm not giving up though. That's what resilience is. No matter what's going on, good or bad, you're not giving up. Thank you again for joining my TJ, PJ Yoga with TJ, and I'll see you next week. Oh, got to draw the word. What will we draw? Healing. Oh, that's a good one. And I think next week I will do I'll probably do my 2 bells on a chime. I try to alternate. So I think it's time for 2 bells on a chime class again. Ta-ta for now. Have a lovely day.